So let's see. Okay, so we'll start off with just a gentle baby bounce, health bounce. Warming up the tissue, getting rid of stress and tension during the day. This is a great way just before you go to sleep. If you want to sleep better, just get on the Cellerciser and gently bounce them down for about 2 to 3 minutes. And then go directly to bed. Okay. Okay, then we're going to do the hip rock. Now, okay, as you do the hip rock, just kind of drop your shoulder up and down. And for for all those who have had to deal with squeaky Cellercisers, you can see it doesn't need to be squeaky. It's very quiet if you put a couple drops of oil at both ends of each spring. And then it polishes itself and becomes very quiet. I know our competition is constantly trying to say how squeaky we are, but we're not. Okay, so now we're going to just hold onto that bar and just kind of lift your knees up. And we're going to jog. And if you take your hands, you can feel how tight your stomach muscles are just by doing that. Well, you're working your core right now. And if you were to try to do this on the ground, not too fun. Okay, now we're going to go from here to the stomach run, where we tilt backwards a little bit, which applies even more weight to the stomach muscles. This is where you want to have a good Cellerciser. Okay, now we're doing the kickouts. And you can hold on to the bar or not, and you can do it this way too. Sure. You bet. Now, you're working from underneath your chin all the way down your core, including the lower abdominals. They're tight too. I prefer to do the kickouts with socks. And you don't have to tear down to build up. Okay, side kick. And if you want, if you take one hand, put it there on those muscles, you can feel those muscles really working. And again, if you're watching a television show, you're just enjoying it, enjoying the show. And, you know, so I tell people, why work out when you can play in? You're just playing on it. And it's fun. It's very effective though. See, if you compare this with traditional exercise, they would have you doing something like this. But you're coming down with a lot more weight on those muscles than if you just lifted your weight away from gravity. Plus, you're putting that weight on every other area of your body all at the same time. 10 seconds. Now we're going to lean forward a little bit, kick our legs out behind us. So now we're working the lower back and the buttocks predominantly. Many of you see me do the more advanced movement where I just kick my arms up and down over my head. If you get tired, just go ahead and stop. We've still got about 45 seconds to go. But the back is really an important part of the core. "25 seconds. And then we'll do a gentle twist, and then we're going to do it again. Three, two, one. All right. And we'll do this for about a minute because I want to get that circulation going through the body. If the bones are out of alignment but we're moving equally, we can help promote strength and balance on both sides of the body. And that has a lot to do with our overall health too. If you want to get faster results, tighten those muscles while you're doing it. Front kick. And I debated about just doing another third set of the kickouts, but I thought, well, I'll show you how to work the sit and bounce. But if you wanted to, if you have the Mr. Rebounder app, there's a button that says, when you go into it, says clone, C-L-O-N-E. If you clone it, it copies everything. You can take out the sit and bounce if you prefer and put in more kickouts. I like this because it's a flat wall. It just really flattens the stomach, whereas the sit and bounce is more rounded. And some people like that look better though. So if we were watching a television show, I'd either have the app on our smartphone here, or we could use this too. And in between each movement, you hear the ding. Right now, there's some music playing, which we have turned way down low, but you can mute the music. There's a little button at the bottom of the screen that has a couple eighth notes for a music symbol. If you hit that, it just mutes the music.
Julian said, what exercises?
What?
What exercises?
What? I don't understand.
What exercises?
What do you mean?
That's all she said.
What exercises for what?
I don't know.
Oh.
That's all she said.
Okay, maybe she'll clarify. Oh, back kick, sorry. All right. Hope everybody's feeling good. We've been trained and taught for so many years that no pain, no gain, or you have to tear down to build up, or you have to sweat to get a good exercise. You know, like I said, we're the only species in the world that has really bought into that. It's a great way to sell tennis shoes because it wears out shoes, but not necessary. But that being said, if you like weight training, they did a study, National Aerobics Institute in Seattle, Washington, under the direction of Dr. Larry Getman, PhD, who showed that if you incorporated 30 seconds of Cellercising between each station, you could grow up to 26% faster in your overall results. That's huge. Okay, now when we're doing this one, I want you to kind of think of lifting the body up a little bit. And we're working the obliques right here. We're working the hips, thighs, and the knees as well. But if you have a tight psoas muscle and you're lifting, kind of putting your shoulders back a little bit, you might feel a little stretch in that area too. All right, coming up to 10-second mark. And I think then we're going to sit down for the sit and bounce. Yep, all right. So I want you to support your back with your hands as we first begin. Just kind of help keep your back supported. This is where most beginners will begin, just like this. And it's helping to support the back. You're tilting backwards a little bit. Those muscles are tight because you're sitting back some. And then we're gonna do it lifting one leg up. So we're about ready to do that. We'll lift the right leg up probably first. And you have one foot down and one leg up. Now you're just leveraging more weight on those muscles, but you're sitting back a little bit, and that's helping to support the internal organs a little bit more so that they can firm up and get stronger without just the vertical moving up and down. If you have, somebody was talking about a hernia right now, you can actually push in while you're bouncing. Lift the other leg up while you're bouncing, and it's going to help strengthen all of those muscles in that area, around that area. Okay, so this is just like this. Keep your back kind of arched a little bit and straight. You don't want to do this. You want to kind of keep the shoulders back some. Okay, now we're going to go a little more advanced for 30 seconds. We got both feet up off the ground. If you're feeling it and it's straining your back, just stop. You don't have to do this one. Okay, now the crunch. You can pull your knees in or just lift your feet up. I don't know of any sit-up that'll come close. It's the next one that's gonna challenge me. Three, two, one. All right. I'm gonna get away from the bar. And if you can't do this, don't worry about it. Oh, I'm feeling it. Okay, and then up. Stand up. And we're going to do the baby bounce to begin with. We're just about done. So you can do that as intensely as you want, but that is a pretty intense workout you can build up toward, and that will strengthen the back. It will strengthen the core of the stomach from the inside out, because again, it's all weight bearing. I want you to take those shoulders and just kind of rock them a little bit so we can loosen up the back and all the muscles that we just worked on. Some of you may feel something tomorrow, some of you may not. If you don't worry. I don't either. But your body was given a great little exercise routine on the core. So, thank you for joining us and for participating. If you're able to complete the program, give us a little comment. You did it. If you change it up a little bit, but you stayed bouncing, let us know that too. And next time we meet, we did upper body. That's the majority of people wanted strength exercises, so we're going to do that first. And then we do the mid area of the body. And next week we're going to be doing the lower part of the body, and that will generate a lot more heat. But it's going to strengthen the feet, the ankles, the calf muscles, the thighs, and the knees as well. Thank you very much for being a part. Thank you for all your comments. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for your support. And your support has meant so much, and so many of you have been so gracious with it. It's made a difference.